Honestly, I think we've all seen parts of 16 and Pregnant, and god damn, no!
Yes, I do believe it's a problem in the U.S. Mainly because we have the highest teen pregnancy rate in all of the industrialized countries in the world. So I think that's an alarming statistic.
Yes, I think it's a problem. I think it's a problem because if you're too young to have a child, then you won't be able to take care of it properly.
Teenage years is not really the age to have children. Level of maturity is different from, after you have, say after 25, age 25, like your level of maturity is a lot greater than when you're 16 or 14. So I think that's
why is because I think people glorify it too much. Like it's crazy how they have TV shows about teen pregnancy. It's just weird.
It's like they're promoting it.
Because it both negatively impacts both the mother and the father in these circumstances, and interestingly enough, it's mostly the fathers that we see, like a high instances of boys who are born to teenage mothers have a higher, statistically have a higher chance of being incarcerated in prisons, drug problems, mothers who, have, babies when they are unmarried and teens, generally don't complete college, don't complete high school, live in a lower socioeconomic status. So it impacts all factors, all sectors of our economy.
It's hard enough for any woman to raise a child with a partner. Teenagers don't tend to have permanent partners. Their one-night stands or one-night partners tend to flee when they hear about this. Except in the African American community, where the boys take great pride in all the boys and all the children they father, but they don't take responsibility for them. So yes.
Your teen parents?
Yeah, I know like 9.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah. All the girls in my class.
I do, actually. 3. And one of them, ironically, is a third-generation teen parent. So statistics show that, generally if you are a teen parent, that your child is also going to become a teen parent. So it's a cycle.
Like the lower class, just because, like at the end of the day, like that's probably like the only like people who really ever talk to her and stuff like that are probably people their age and people who they like get intimate with. So I just feel like the lower class is probably just because of like they really just have no care. Or they're not really informed about like the consequences and stuff like that.
The more economically advantaged you are, the more options you have, including abortion. But even for women from upper class families, if they want to go to term, they've got the options of having help to raise that baby or to have it adopted. So, and the lower class you are, the less economically stable you are, greater disadvantage.
Probably the lower class, if I had to say.
Okay, and why?
Probably most often, like maybe they're not in tune with like all the resources that are available for them to like get past that issue. That would probably, off the top of my head, I think that's the one issue, that they're just not informed properly with all the resources that are really available out there.
Great.
Well, I think it evolves. I think that as each year, decade goes by, it's less of a negative to the teenage girl that has a baby. It's less looked down upon. In the 50s and 60s, it was serious. The girl had serious societal pressures in addition to trying to raise the baby.
It affects, mainly for me, it affects the society outside of our society when they see like a lot of teens being pregnant. Like the other countries perceive it as not being responsible. They say, oh, those Americans, they're not being responsible with their teens. They're having teen pregnancy, and the teens are out of control in that country. And look at us, like they're bringing that kind of culture towards us, and that's why stereotypically they sometimes, that's the reason why they tell, oh, we hate them because of this.
And in part it's detrimental to the economy because, I mean, somebody's got to pay for that. Reality is, I don't think it's that much of a problem yet, but it could be. Again, like lower socioeconomic, people in the lower classes, especially working class, they're not going to have enough resources to provide for a child or put them through health care and all these things. I think that's detrimental to the tax dollar and other resources.
And there's more money going into childcare, and I'm sure that just drains a lot out of it.
Because the lion's share of teenage mothers tend to be less advantaged, we therefore have greater costs in our programs that exist for unwed mothers and their babies, with temporary needy families and food stamps and so on. So yes, it does shoot up the cost of federal and state entitlements and local entitlements.